You eat it, you absorb it. That's the way we think about nutrition. We don't often take time to think about how it happens or who the players are. So let me introduce you to the body part of the moment, an intestinal villi. You've got lots of them butting out from your intestinal surface. They're actually quite a complex structure. Each is approximately 0.5 millimeters wide and 1.6 millimeters in length, and they're composed of many enterocytes, each of them with microvilli projecting from their surface. These are the cells that are tasked with mopping up the goodies you eat. Well, that's their day job. It pays the bills. But what every enterocyte dreams of is to bungee jump into the abyss. They're born daredevils. They live fast and die young, and living faster is their real objective. Unfortunately, this causes you lots of trouble. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we discover how you can ground your enterocytes and in the process improve your metabolic health. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. It all begins in the base station of the villi. Specialized intestinal stem cells birth baby enterocytes. And as they grow up, they jostle each other for a place on the travelator. The unlucky ones get pushed down, not up. Some end up trapped in the base station, which for the most part is a big disappointment. But it's not a hopeless situation. The opportunity to float free is delayed, not obliterated. And if you're in the base station, you are required to go forth and multiply. But multiplication has its perks. There's always the possibility of escape. Cells that can position themselves just right can push their way out of the base station, hop on the travelator, and head for glory. Or at least get an opportunity for a redo. The really unlucky ones end up getting pushed into the basement and put to work as Paneth cells. It's hard labor. Paneth cells are in charge of travelator maintenance and security. Now, they're both worthy jobs, but from an intestinal cell perspective, this is like being banished to hell. The problem, you live a whole lot longer, work hard every day, and never get to float free. But don't get me wrong, the so-called lucky enterocytes also work hard. They're expected to pull finger and fuel the machinery. They reach out and grab all the nutrients you have provided, sugars, fats, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. The nutrients are processed and then passed on using the supply lines that run beneath the travelator. Water-soluble items get loaded into blood capillaries. Fat-soluble items are shoved into lacteals. It's hard work, but rewarding, directly rewarding. The more nutrients grabbed, the faster and the further the travelator moves. And everyone wins. Well, the enterocytes do. The fat cells, well, they might feel differently. This is what a team of Chinese researchers discovered. The team investigated villi construction in genetically disadvantaged mice. The disadvantage these mice were suffering from is they never feel full, which means they eat and eat and eat. And if you eat non-stop, you end up being fat and diabetic. Ach, shame. So what happens to your villi in this situation? Well, since the cells are receiving more nutrients, they're able to extend their reach and move along faster. This can be seen here. The first panel shows what happens in a normal mouse. The second panel shows the villi in the genetically disadvantaged mice who eat non-stop. That continuous grazing causes the villi to be about 1/3 longer. So what? Well, it's a vicious cycle. The longer your villi are, the more nutrients you'll absorb. And the more nutrients you absorb, the longer your villi will be, and the fatter you will be. Because more calories in means there's more calories available to use and to store. Aish. Now the team, being science types, wanted to know why the villi were longer, and their bosses wanted to know how to stop the process. Using radiographic probes and inhibitors, they established that the process was being driven by catenin signaling inside the base station. Basically, the cells in the base station were being told to speed up their go forth and multiply. So what was sparking catenin signaling? Well, the team established it was food, glorious food. It really didn't matter what the food was. Carbs did it, so did fats. The next question they asked, would curtailing nutrient supply shorten the villi? The team put their genetically disadvantaged mice on diet by taking away the food. It was hard on the mice. Remember, these little guys never feel full. Never. But within a short period of time, the villi returned to normal levels. Of course, as an added bonus, the mice lost weight. This research suggests intestinal remodeling, not a genetic disadvantage, is behind some of the extra weight. Now, we know intestinal remodeling can help melt away the pounds. In fact, this is the premise behind bariatric surgery. Surgeons rewire the gut to stop nutrients passing through much of the small intestine. Ouch. But you don't have to rewire the gut to get the benefit. You can do a little intestinal remodeling without going under the knife. Since the presence of nutrients in the small intestine is the trigger for longer villi, make sure nutrients aren't present 24/7. So beta-catenin is less frisky. Practice the D in the candy floss system. Dine, don't graze. To learn more about the candy floss system, visit our website and download the Willpower Report. It's free, and begin the journey today to better body chemistry and better health. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry or need a little help getting your body chemistry on track? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone who is contemplating intestinal remodeling? Share this video with them so that they know how to do intestinal remodeling without surgery. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.